Hi there. Hi, my name is Aliadam, and welcome to my channel. Today, I'd like to discuss one of the most interesting months that I've spent in years, and this all started with barely, like, totally, like the usual month where we go through fasting, and then, in that period of the time, then I decided, okay, well, since we fasting, let me also take it, push it to the next level. So I decided to, spend the remaining, days of the fasting and go through transition my health and visit my doctors and visit all the different health places that could help me also kind of regenerate, my energy and then put me back in order. As we, growing and aging, we tend to get weak and, our body is not functioning the way it should. So, of course, things just tend to kind of, slow down. So I decided to take some time and visit the first place was to spend some time, and visit the community. So, remember during this month when the prayer and community come together, there is this power of, healing. There is this sense of belonging. You feel you're part of something. And it was just an amazing feeling being among the community. Okay, and then while going through that, I also decided to go visit my dentist. And, one thing start with another. And as we got started, it was such an, profound also, transformation that I have to, experience in that time. So from cleaning, then they discovered few other stuff that needs to be done, which also led to multiple, session, from one, session to another session, which was all great, and just beautiful. Right then, and then while we also, doing that, and what amongst, in the community, someone also, kind of, mentioned, hey, have you tried colonic, hydrotherapy or something? So I say, oh, okay, what is that? And it was something new. I'm probably hearing them for the first time. So I kind of, developed interest. It was curious. I got curious, and then I decided to, okay, cool, whatever it is, we'd like to find out, because it was like highly, recommended. Well, knowing myself, I decided to dive in and then go into research, into a multiple, different area that I end up, visiting, and eventually, I then, end up settling with one in particular, and then for the reason was, based on with all the recommendation, based on all the reviews that I see from their website, it was clear that I those are the ones that I would like to do business with, of course, So I decided to, book an appointment and then go and visit the place. First was just pure visit, look at the place and see how they operate. Was kind of convincing. And then the second was, of course, go in and do the actual work. Okay, so I have to spend some time, interview them, and then kind of, understand what the business is all about. First was I was kind of, skeptical about it because it was something totally new. And then the more I get to know and, to understand, that's when I realized that this is actually not new. It's actually not new to me. I mean, see, I'm from West Africa, and back home, they used to use this colonic, way to kind of, heal us when we are kind of when we're not feeling well. So what happened is, you know, a child gets sick, like, you know, embedded for like days and weeks, not hasn't recovered. So now what they normally do is, you know, they look at it as, okay, there is some kind of, you know, stagnation. There's things that are not moving in the system. So what they do is, you know, they take the child and then they pump, you know, there's a way, you know, they prepare it and then pump in the stomach and then shake the child, and immediately you run to the washroom and everything else is kind of flashes away. And in no time, you see the child running around, roaming, and forgetting that, oh, I was the one that was sick like 2 days ago. All of a sudden, they're busy playing amongst kids. So I suppose that's when it hits me. I say, whoa, okay, well, something familiar here. So we actually have some similarity between West Africa and North America, okay? Knowing, you know, so now I decided to give it a try. And then I hope I'm not going to say much from here, because I want you guys to see the whole transformation, how the colonic, you know, stuff goes from, you know, one stage to another stage, you know. And then after the colonic, you know, it also, well, we also went through, you know, there's another one that's also called PEMF. Okay, then that is pure electricity. Okay, so now what happened was, you know, you lay on the bed, and then you are being electrocuted. Okay, the whole bed was, you know, was electric, and then what happened was, you know, it's called the electromagnetic field, you know, and then apparently the electricity kind of recharge you. It's unbelievable how, you know, human being, we are actually electricity. There is this type of electricity in our own system that when it runs out, we lose energy. So what you do is, you know, you go and get recharge from this PEMF. It recharges your energy, and then before you know, you are actually, you know, hyper, you know, vigilant, and the energy level and everything kind of, you know, start, you know, kind of making sense. All of a sudden, your life has meaning. So all that kind of, you know, come together, and it just blew me away. And after the whole session, from colonic all the way to PEMF, and then from there is another one called infrared sauna. So guys, just enjoy this video, and if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. The more I get you guys to subscribe to this channel, the more I can also be able to visit, you know, and then do more bigger things, you know, that can, you know, I can bring you some mind-blowing stuff, and hopefully, you know, I can be able to reach more people that will be able to, you know, to see this video also, that can help them in so many different ways. And I cannot thank you enough so far for your support. It was, when I first started, you know, I never, you know, in my wildest dream, actually thought I would actually be able to build the amazing community that I have here today. So, so all I can say is thank you so much for your support, and I really appreciate every little time that you get to spend watching my video. And then I promise you, I'm gonna get better on every single video that's gonna be posted here. You know, you watch it, and then the next one's gonna get even better and better and better. You know, we improve as we grow along. You know, as long as, you know, we remain consistent, definitely everything else is, you know, will eventually improve in our life. So thank you, and stay tuned and enjoy the video. Really cool. I love that.
I'm with my brother Ali.
Yeah.
My name's Gray. It's nice to meet you.
Yeah.
I hope you guys are doing well. And
I just bought it like a week ago, last Friday.
Oh, no way. Congrats, man.
Thank you.
And what do you do for a living?
I work in retail. I'm an assistant store manager.
Hi guys, I'm with Aliadam. Subscribe to our channel and like and share.
You know, as long as you can weather the stress and put in the time, you can make it.
You can bypass the stress.
You can bypass the stress. At the end of the day,
That is amazing.
and I think to bypass the stress, you have to remember that.
I've never heard anybody actually mention the word bypass the stress.
Yeah.
Because I always say, you know what, you need to live, uncomfortable. But then what you worded actually makes so much sense in the way that, actually send a strong message.
Stress is only something you make up in your head.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. I'm in technology,
Okay.
so mostly cybersecurity and IT. I'm the guy that fixes your computer.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Living outside your comfort to achieve the greatness. And you just mentioned, you just said it now. Why? If you can bypass the stress, there's nothing in life that's impossible.
I agree.
I love that.
Have a great night.
I love that, man. Thank you so much.
Take care.
I appreciate your time.
No problem.
What's your name, by the way?
Ravi.
Ravi, my name's Ali.
Great to meet you, Ali.
Why? Nice
Take care.
meeting you too.
Hi, Annie.
Hi,
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing well, thanks.
Fantastic. Yeah, great. I'm here for my appointment.
Yes.
Yeah. Adam.
Adam?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, I just wanted to also find out, how does the cologne work?
So how it works is that you'll be in a room.
Yeah.
You'll be situated on kind of like a basin, but it looks like a very nice, luxurious toilet.
Okay.
And then what you'll do is that you'll insert a thin nozzle into the rectum, and then you'll just sit on the unit, and you can relax, and it's a very easygoing experience, and it's very private.
Interesting. And then, okay, so actually, what is Colonic? Okay, where is it originated from? Like, is this something new that's like now coming in, or is this been around for some time?
Oh yes, it's been around for many years. So what it is, it's colon irrigation. So it cleanses the bowel. It helps people who are experiencing constipation, or even if you wanted to do a cleanse and get rid of all the waste and toxins that are on the lining of the colon.
Right.
It can help flush all of that out, and then you can feel more energy, and also helps to alleviate burden off the liver.
Beautiful.
So it's a really great thing to do, just to help promote optimal gut health.
That's right. And then, is there any risks that comes with cologne?
Oh, there is no risks because it's just
Side
just
effects?
filtered.
No, yeah.
It is just filtered water that's going in the colon.
It's just the water.
So it's just a flush. Yes. So it's just a flush of the colon.
Okay.
Usually there might be some mild discomfort, such as like cramping and bloating. It's normal. Like it's like I usually say it's about the feeling of having diarrhea or food poisoning, where you have the intense cramps and like
That's right.
you might not feel great.
Yeah.
But usually after the session, you should feel a little bit better. Sometimes you can have what we call detoxing symptoms, or it could also be called a healing crisis,
Right.
where your body's just adjusting to just being cleansed out. Your body's trying to regulate itself and just and the liver's, because it has less burden,
Right.
it's going to start trying to remove toxins throughout the rest of the body. So
Interesting.
ways to remedy that is just to drink a lot of water, stay hydrated. Water with lemon is great. Epsom salt baths can help reduce that as well.
Oh, right.
And just eating a clean diet, and coconut water to help replenish electrolytes.
Okay, so that's after the cologne.
Yes.
Okay, great. And then how often should one, be doing this cologne?
It depends.
Yeah, like now, let's say if today is the first day,
Yes.
and then if I, obviously I have to do the follow-up as well.
Yes.
Yeah, so how does it work?
So colonics, it depends on what the person needs and requires.
Yeah.
So generally, if you're fairly healthy, you have regular bowel movements, and you're just looking to kickstart your health and be very clean, usually at least 4 to 6 sessions to start once a week. So it would commit to at least once a week.
Okay.
For those who are constipated, I would say 12 sessions or greater once a week. Depending on the severity of the constipation, is recommended.
Yeah.
Even sometimes twice a week, up to 3 times a week, depending on how severely constipated they are.
Right. So So as much as possible until you go through that relief from constipation.
Yes.
Yeah.
That, and if you have any candida or you're going through a parasite cleanse,
Yeah.
you usually get at least 12 sessions, and then we'd work with you, see how you feel, and see how many more sessions beyond that you need to cleanse.
Yeah, and then, I mean, looking at it, I know there are people that are actually doing it for the benefit of them losing weight. I'm not in that, place where I need to lose weight, but I am going through a lot with my digestive system. I don't want to lose weight, but I also want to, feel good, and I also want to pick up a bit of more muscle. Will that, help?
It can help in the sense where you're able to absorb more nutrients and be able to take care of your body a little bit better, because but the body only runs optimally when it's when the gut is clean. You're able to eat the right foods, and your liver is functioning properly. So in order to do that, it's just important to have regular bowel movements and to clear the colon in order to experience those benefits.
So this will actually do great on my liver and all these organs that sitting in my gut.
Yes.
Fantastic.
So, and also when doing any cleanse, highly recommended to do a colonic so you can get rid of all of the whatever is being detoxified out immediately.
Yeah, that's right. So what we're doing today will get rid of all that shouldn't be there.
Yes.
Okay. And then the second thing I wanted to find out, to ask you also is PEMF.
Yes.
What's that?
So it stands for Pulse Electromagnetic Field. So it's a therapy that sends pulses throughout the body, and what it helps is to help promote cellular regeneration. Can also detoxify the cells as well, and also help with general energy. Can help with sleep.
Wow.
It can also help with digestive issues too. So we recommend combining the two services.
Amazing. That's amazing. I can't wait. I'm so glad that we're doing both Colonic and PEMF today, and this is just gonna be something that I'm so excited. I feel like a little child, And initially, I was a big kind of concerned and wondering, how's this going, all that. But talking to you, I'm quite relaxed now. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, shall we give it a try?
Yes.
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay. So I'm just going to explain a bit about the units.
Okay.
You can ask any questions afterwards.
Okay.
I'm just going to talk about the Angel Water.
Okay.
So this is called the Angel Water. So it is an FDA-approved device.
All right.
So it has a viewing mirror here where you can actually see your progress when you're up.
Oh, so while I'm sitting here, I can see what's going on there.
Yes. And then there's a water tank here where it holds 8 gallons of filtered water that'll be used for
Nice.
the entire.
Is this like a tap water or a special type of water?
It's filtered water.
Filtered water.
Yes. Okay. So this is the nozzle that we use. So it's a one-time use disposable nozzle. So what you're doing is you're just inserting it about 2 inches into the rectum.
Oh, I have to use myself?
Yes. So it's all self-insertion.
Okay.
So I'll leave you in privacy for about 5 minutes to get ready. So you just remove your clothing from the waist down, including your shoes.
Okay.
And then what's going to happen is that I'm just going to attach this to this nozzle here, and both of these nozzles are this one. So what you'll do is you'll just remove this covering here. First you'll actually remove, you'll just situate your back here.
Okay.
You're going to have one leg here, and you're going to face this way. And then once you're situated, you're just going to take the cover off, take this lube and just apply it just up to the end of the nozzle, and you're just going to take a deep breath.
Okay. Is there
Relax.
gowns?
Oh, no gowns.
Okay.
Yeah. So you just relax, take a deep breath,
Okay.
and then insert the nozzle into the rectum.
Okay.
Okay? And then once it's inserted, you can just take a blanket, cover it from the waist
exactly.
down.
That's what I wanted.
Yes.
Yeah, so you can come out.
Yes, so
Because
you'll be able to.
I get cold easily.
Oh no, you'll be covered, so that you don't have to worry about. The only thing is that with your shirt, it won't get wet at any point. If anything, you just make sure it's like touching the backrest, so you roll it up.
Okay,
So,
okay.
but you don't have to worry about anything
Okay.
coming out that way.
Okay. Great stuff. Nice.
Two important things to show you. So once you're ready, you can press this bell here. I'll hear the bell outside.
When I'm ready to
Get started.
Oh, to get started, then you can. Okay.
Yes. So you'd wait for me before getting started. I just have to explain a few more things before then.
Okay.
And then another thing to show you is that this is what we call a personal sprayer. So you use this at the end of the session to clean up.
Okay.
So how you use it is that you lift the lever here
Yeah.
towards you, and you lift this knob here,
Yeah.
just the temperature, and you just
Okay.
press this button to spray. So, yes, you can use the spray inside the basin, but also for yourself.
Okay.
And then also there's paper towels and wipes that you can use to your convenience as well.
Okay.
Just any papers that are used, we just ask that you place them into the garbage bin.
Okay.
And then here's what we call a flusher. So this is what you use at the end of the session.
Mhm.
So what it does is it just clears the tube, and then if there's anything stuck.
That's right.
Okay.
Well, cool.
Yeah. So I'll leave you to get ready,
Okay.
and then I'll be back in about 5 minutes.
Okay, cool.
Or you can always free the.
Yes, I will. Probably gonna be shortly than that. I'll be quick.
Okay. All right.
When I get started.
Okay. So I'll see you.
Okay. See you.
Yeah. Okay. That's good.
Well, I see you already said that stuff. So I don't have to. Right?
Sorry.
That's tube.
Yes.
Yeah, it's already that
Oh yeah. No, that's fine.
Okay.
So that's fine. Okay. So if you're comfortable, we can get started. So I'm just going to explain a few things before you turn the on switch.
Okay.
So to your left, there's the flow switch. So
Yes.
once that's turned on, you'll start to feel a flow of water building into the colon, and you'll feel the urge to go.
Okay.
With that, you can just go. You can treat it like a regular bowel movement.
Where do I go?
Oh, you just go in the unit. So it's just like a basin. So it's just you just treat it like a toilet.
So I but I don't have to take this.
No.
I let
So
it in.
yeah. So what will happen is that there's a nozzle inserted, and then what's happening is that
Oh,
waste
so-
is going around the nozzle into the basin through that bigger tube. So you don't have to worry about it popping out, or you don't have to worry about it getting getting blocked or anything like that. You can just treat it like it's not there.
Okay. So now what? Now I don't have to worry about whatever it is that's going down there.
No.
I just have to go with the flow.
Yes, and you can look in the mirror as well if you want to see what's coming out.
Okay.
Another thing is that cramping and bloating is common, as I mentioned before. So ways to remedy that is just to take a deep breath, relax, and also massaging the tummy can help move things along. But if the cramping feels like way too much and you need to stop, you can always turn off the flow switch and then take a break, and then start back up again whenever you feel ready. The only thing I do recommend is that you keep the flow of water going as much as possible throughout the session.
Okay. So when you are hold this, when you are hold the food.
So you don't necessarily hold it.
Okay.
So basically, it will go by when you feel the urge to go. So you don't have to feel like you need to push the water all the time
So it will keep pumping the water until
until you feel that you need to release. Okay. Yeah. So if you can hold the water, that's fine, but you shouldn't hold it beyond what your colon can hold.
Okay.
Okay. And also, we do have a few things that you can look at as well. We have a little stool indicator chart here. You can use it for your reference. So basically explains a little bit about what you can see. So small pellets will be an indication of dehydration. Bubbles would be gas. But if you have any questions about anything further, you can ask me. Okay. And also, one very important thing to note is just to keep an eye on the water tank here.
Okay.
If it does reach this level of 2,
Yeah.
you just need to give me a call. It just means I need to add more water to the tank for
Okay.
it to last for the remainder of the
Okay.
session.
Okay. So I'll let you know when it reaches 2.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Okay.
Okay. Thanks.
All right. And the session will be 30 minutes.
Okay.
Just because it is your first session, I'll be in the room a couple of times to see how you're doing.
Okay.
So that would mean I'll be back in the middle of the session to check in, and I'll be back in towards the end to help you wrap up the
Okay.
session.
Okay.
But if you do need any assistance in between, you can feel free to ring the bell, especially if the water tank is low.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So with all being said, you can begin. So you can press the on switch.
On switch,
towards-
this way.
Yeah. And you should start to feel some water. Okay? So that means everything is good. So I'll step out for a few minutes. I'll be back in about 15 minutes. And then if you need me, you can always give me a call.
Okay.
And then I could play some music for you as well. So you
Can't
like.
recall at all. Something about my mind, something wasn't right, something about me. You always win, you always get away. No matter how much pain you cause, I stay. I'm always left behind, lonely in the night. It's so dark, can see the light. But babe, I got a lonely heart, and I don't wanna be apart. I just wanna be with you. I always wanna be with you, my love. Babe, I got a lonely heart, and I don't wanna be apart. I just wanna be with you, my love. Oh, oh, oh. You, my love.
Like some people feel much better immediately. I know it can be uncomfortable for some, but even after the most uncomfortable experience on the units, people usually say, "Oh my gosh, I feel so much lighter and so much better afterwards."
Oh, yeah. Here, I can tell you that it feels amazing.
Yeah. Just have to reduce the temperature a bit.
This is something that I think I will have to recommend everyone. You know, we're living in the 21st century, and life is, and the food we're eating and the life we're living, this definitely gives us a boost with it.
Oh yes, it's definitely.
Yeah. And how I live, you know, I'm where like almost my life is just about work. And I was at the point in my life where it's like I can't push any further.
Mm-hmm. No,
You know?
I understand.
And what I feel just now is like what was going to be like.
Yeah, so definitely the gut holds on to a lot. It's where we even store our emotions sometimes. So you always hear the saying, it's like, trust your gut, go with your gut.
Oh, yes.
Whenever something's wrong, you feel it in your gut. When you feel nervous, you feel it in your gut. So that's why we have to take care of it first, because it definitely affects us. It's also the first place to get constipated when we're stressed.
Oh, yeah.
So very important to take care of the digestive system. Right? So I will step out. I'll be back in about 10 minutes, and then we'll wrap up the session. Okay? Yeah. Digital implants too? Or
I don't.
No? Okay.
No,
Fine.
I'm good. No.
Okay, I have to ask because that can affect.
Okay.
So we don't want that to be affected.
No, definitely. I can imagine.
Okay.
And the belt.
That would have to go, but small jewelry is fine. Like rings and piercings are fine. Okay.
So that's the
PE. So PEMF, so it stands for Pulse Electromagnetic Field Therapy. So so what will happen is that you'll just have your head rested here, and you're gonna have your foot rested here. So the shoes off.
And the socks?
Socks can stay on. That's fine.
All right.
Okay. And then what's going to happen is I'm just going to turn this on.
Okay.
You're going to start to feel a little bit of pulsing. So it shouldn't be uncomfortable or painful. It should be just like a kind of like pulsing, tickling. Yeah, more like a ticklish sensation.
Okay.
Is that too much?
No.
Or you're starting to feel it. So your muscles will jump a bit because it is sending pulses to the cells. So this is like a nice little recharge for your body.
Why is it I can feel more pressure on the right side, but not on the left?
Everyone is different, so what can happen sometimes is that, especially if you're right-handed and you use your right arm a lot, you might feel a lot more pulsing in that area because it's the area that's been worked.
Wow.
So usually what happens is that where you're feeling the pulsing is the area where that has a tendency of like higher amounts of inflammation.
Oh, inflammation.
Yes.
Right.
So sometimes people will feel it in their lower back. Most shoulders are very common. Almost everyone feels it in their shoulders at first.
Yeah.
Neck, head, hips. Hips is very sensitive for many. So, but everyone is different. Or if you had an injury, you might feel it in an injury, even if it's an old injury from years ago that you thought was resolved. You might feel some pulsing in that area as well. So, usually we start at a moderate rate. If it's your first time, we mostly focus on the bed, just like a full body pulse.
Yeah.
even though you're not feeling it in the legs or any other extremities, you're still getting the benefits of PEMF in those areas. You still feel the charge. But if you wanted to feel a little bit more intensity, that's when we'd start to use accessories. So, for example, the chair, it would more so focus on the lower back and the upper back, and also and the hips. So, if you want to focus more on the legs, we'd use a chair. The square pad, you can use it to rest underneath your back or on top of your abdomen if you want to focus on abdomen, the hips, or even the back. These little round paddles here, this would be more so for semi-large joints like the shoulders, and if you want to focus more on a particular area on the hips, you can sandwich it in between the areas, like underneath the hip and above the hip. Okay. And this one is called the rings. This is for the smaller joints. So this would be for like the wrists, ankles, knees, and elbows. Even the hands as well. So if you have any knee injury, arthritis, or any inflammation, you can use this in those areas.
You know, I tell you what, the whole body needs some more.
Yes. So we'll definitely focus on the full body for the half hour. As you get used to PEMF, that's when we start to use more accessories. It can also even be used for the head as well. So that'd be helping for more so for anxiety, stress, sleep issues, or even chronic pain issues like fibromyalgia. Even can help with MS as well, to return nerve function. So it has many benefits. It has been around for quite some time, and it's been researched by NASA as well to help with astronauts replenishing bone with astronauts' bone density to help prevent bone loss when they're in space. So there's a lot of research behind it. It's a very powerful tool that can be used for anyone and everyone. Children can use it as well. So now use on animals.
Nice. On animals?
Yeah, animals, especially horses.
Those race horses.
Yes, so it can also help reduce inflammation for race horses as well.
And then, is there any kind of like a real old fragile people don't use it?
Yes, so elderly can use it as well, as long as they don't have any electrical implants that includes pacemakers or anything that's mechanical. Metal implants are okay, but if it has any mechanical or digital component to it, then I would not recommend. Or if there's any heavy bleeding in the body as well, so you don't want to do that if you have history of heavy bleeding as well, or you have active bleeding, I should say.
And then, how often should one come for this?
I would recommend at least 3 times a week. You can use it as much as every day. Some people can use it depending on how long you've been using PEMF and what you're trying to address. People can use it every day, a few hours a day. But realistically, a lot of people can probably come in like 3 times a week. So 3 times a week, 1 hour is ideal.
It's ideal.
And then you can see the benefits from there.
And then, how many sessions does one have to take to begin to see the difference and the benefit?
It's pretty much, everyone is different. Some people feel the benefits as soon as they come off the bed. Some people, it takes a series of sessions. So it's very hard to gauge, but usually you will see some subtle differences. So you might see improvements in sleep, improvements in digestion, energy, might feel a little bit more relaxed. A lot of people say they fall asleep, it just makes them relax instantly, so that's always a win. So but in terms of addressing any particular injuries or anything like that, that might take time. So
Can an athlete also use this? Those who train constant?
Yes, I highly recommend for those who train constantly, because it can help actually speed up the recovery of muscles, or if they had an active or acute injury, then using this right away with the other therapies that they're using can also help speed up their recovery time as well.
Beautiful. Yeah. This is I've never even heard of it. This is my first time, and it just feels something completely foreign to my body. You know, I can just feel like the whole body is going through shock right now.
Yes.
With all this electric, you know, going on.
Yeah, so it's more like a charge. I think of your body as like a battery. So each cell needs to be recharged. So what it's doing is it's a little bit more than just shocking the muscles. It's actually going at a cellular level to help rejuvenate the cells. So even if you don't have any injuries or anything, you want better skin, you just want to detoxify. It can help with also that as well. It can also help with any skin conditions such as eczema, psoriasis, or any skin condition that you might have, because it helps with rejuvenating the cells even in the skin, so it can help with turnover that way. So I'd recommend it for anyone, anybody and everybody.
Wow. Definitely going to see how after the session, and I will absolutely have to figure a way out coming back here as often as possible.
Yes, yes. Yeah. One very important thing when using PEMF is it's just very important to stay hydrated before and after the session.
Before and after.
Because we want like just the cells to be able to just release and be able to, so your body can also release any toxins as well. So you want to be well hydrated to help even support the kidneys as well, to eliminate.
So like what you recommended earlier, coconut water.
Coconut water is great because it's rich in electrolytes. Or even just regular water, regular mineral water, or even high alkaline water.
Okay. So we'll have to go get some right after this. And you also mentioned to have after the colonic to put back the what's called the probiotic. Was it pre or probiotic?
Probiotic. So we do give a probiotic at the end of each session, but we do recommend taking daily probiotics after that. So it's something that you want to take on a daily basis.
Okay. All right. So I'll see the one that you're going to recommend. Because I remember, there's few that you recommended while we were still in downtown.
Yes.
Yeah, so I still have those in my cupboard. But let's see what else you get to recommend again. And we'll take it from there.
Yeah, for sure. You can definitely recommend.
Absolutely.
Wow. Alright, so I'll leave you to relax for about 21 minutes, and then once it will stop beeping, it'll shut off on its own, and then you can meet me outside.
But from my waist, from here to my feet, I feel nothing. The only place I'm feeling right now is on my shoulders.
Oh yes, that's normal. Like you're still, even though you're not feeling it, you're still getting the benefits of the charge. To focus on the lower legs, we might need to add accessories, but I wouldn't recommend to start it now because it's a short session. But maybe next time we'll start. And then in about 15 minutes, I'll come in to reduce it a bit for what we call a cool down, just so that the body can kind of just get back. Alright, and I'll play some music here, and I'll see you in a bit.
See ya.
Sorry.
I need a water, like coconut water. I need a liter. Drink it. Coconut water.
Okay, so you're feeling a little dehydrated? Okay, so definitely drink as much water as you can. It's very important because sometimes if you're dehydrated, you might feel the detox symptoms even stronger. You might feel a little bit more pain right after a session. So some people might feel just similar like with colonics, where you might have a little bit of detoxing symptoms after your first session. That could happen, but usually after a couple of days it will subside. Most of the times people feel much better. They feel like their sleep has improved and that they have more energy for the next day. So I can see that you were really relaxed with it. So it has definitely done its job.
I feel quite relaxed.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, so you can take your time. You might want to lie down or sit up for a minute before moving around, and then you can meet me outside.
Okay. See you just now.
So there's lots of things, but this society is always relying on doctors. and medications are the last, should be the last resort.
Yeah.
I was in pharmaceuticals, so I know both sides of the story, but medicine was taken over by the vested interests, and those vested interests are not interested in natural health, so they stopped all the doctors in natural health, and you had to be a licensed medical doctor, which means chemicals. So it's a chemical industry.
Yeah.
And it has to be patented. So it's all about the money. It's not about saving you, and they say, oh, this is wonderful. How to take care of
So what's the difference between the myotherapy and the physiotherapy?
Well, physiotherapy, they just have these exercises and so on. And
so what do you do?
I am an actor, dancer, singer,
Oh,
model.
interesting. I would love to. Can you share some of your work with me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would love to show
absolutely.
you
Yeah.
so you know what I'm
Yeah, no,
capable of
absolutely,
doing.
yeah.
You know, these days I'm just a human being. You know, I'm just living my life and trying to honor myself the best I can. And
That's how it's supposed to be, you know?
right? And it's like how. Why? This is me. That's me.
Wow, that's amazing.
This is me.
That is looking really cool.
We also have some interesting shots here. This one.
Yeah, and then what's your name? What's your stage name?
My name's Gray. It's nice to meet you.
Yeah.
I hope you guys are doing well. And
they keep showing up.
I hope you guys are doing well, and that whatever you're going through, you know that you're not alone. We're all the same. Well, the good people are all the same. You have to be careful because some people, you know, they're hurting and they don't know how to do anything else but hurt. So you have to be careful to protect yourself so you're strong enough to be able to sustain and endure the hurt and the weight of what other people are going through, so that they have a moment to be like, oh, they can let it out, and then they can realize that it doesn't have to be that way anymore, right? So just hold on to the love and remember who you are, and God bless. Whatever you believe in, I hope it blesses you.
Beautiful, man. That's amazing. I love that. You know? I love that.
Thank you.
So yeah, let's get some nice shots, man. That's really cool. I love that.
I'm with my brother Ali.
Yeah, Ali. Yeah.
I'm Ray, and just
absolutely. It's nice meeting you. It's a blessing, man. You know.
yeah. Thank you very much.
Definitely.